I have kind of a fun, nerdy question I've been wanting to ask you before, if people keep bombarding the Q&A. It's kind of about the future of supply chain and AI, robotics, and blockchain. Is that happening now, or is that still like forward thinking? Is that something Flex is working on?
I see blockchain in operations just like RFID. 40 years ago, they were like, oh, you're gonna have an RFID chip on every unit or every pallet, and you'll write to that and it'll store wherever the thing has been. And then blockchain will record those indelibly wherever something has been. Like, we have databases for that, right? We have scanners and we have databases. Like, if you trust your supply chain, you don't need that. And at Amazon level, I think broadly, the supply chain works pretty well. So I don't see blockchain being part of the supply chain. This is me personally. AI, I've always been a skeptic of it. Nobody needs AI for forecasting and inventory placement unless they're working at Amazon scale. And then they should just get Amazon to do it. We always joke that for many years, until Amazon was a multi-billion-dollar company, they had FAS factors, which was like 50% of the inventory on the West Coast, 50% on the East Coast. And people will tell me they're still doing that today. I know it's more sophisticated. We actually have one client who's relatively sophisticated and say they use data. I don't know if they call it AI, but like certainly linear regression, which is what most of AI is, to figure out where they should place their inventory. Like the things that you're seeing, like ChatGPT just came out last night, and what Elon's doing with cars and what Dilip Kumar's team is doing with the Just Walk Out technology. At that scale and for those specific things, AI is getting really good. And the ChatGPT is like mind-blowing. And then robotics, I lived through Amazon putting, hundreds of millions of dollars of automation in buildings in 1999 when we didn't know what we were doing, and having to rip it all out over the next 10 years. I lived through or watched in the press as Tesla had a highly automated robotics Model 3 production line, then had to rip it out and build cars in the parking lot. And that was only 5 years ago. Unless you really deeply understand your processes, robotics is not your friend. Amazon then did a Kiva installation, which I led. We got it to work, but we had like 100 engineers from Kiva and 100 engineers from AFT working on it. If you are not at Amazon scale, I don't think robots are your friend.